Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more BattleTech. Well, I've had a bit of a look at our contracts and I think this is where we're going next. We're going for an embassy extraction. This is for the Draconis Combine. The pay is not particularly good, so I think we're going for full salvage here, as there really is no money to be made whatsoever. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go for that. And yeah, this does well, this will obviously hurt ourselves with the Federated Suns, but again, we have some more missions to follow up, so I'm not really too concerned in the slightest. Let's see, it is a 1.5 skull mission. Again, pay is very, very low, so I doubt we're going to have too much trouble. Let's go ahead and bring back out the... let's go with maybe the Phoenix Hawk, the Assassin, and... are we happy with that? No, we are in the jungle. Maybe we bring out the Black Knight? That could be an idea. Yeah, let's go ahead and bring out the Black Knight. So we'll go ahead and shuffle those down. That should be good. Let's bring back out Hawk. Let's give him... do we want to go with the Assassin or the Black Knight? Hang on, let's just double check. What do we have on here? PPC, some lasers, a flamer just in case. Yeah, you know what? I think that's not a bad choice. Let's go ahead and we'll let you pilot that thing. Cheese Goblin can fly the Phoenix Hawk with all those jump jets, and then who do we want next? I guess maybe we just bring Cosmo along, boost up some of his skills there. Either that, or we could technically boost up some of our other skills for ourselves, just in case. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll pilot the Assassin. I don't think we've ever piloted that mech. Alright, so quick recovery mission in the jungle should be fairly good. Also, too, my apologies on the upload schedule. As I've realized looking at some of the things on my end on the YouTube, yeah, when I was away for the 2 weeks, it looks like I did get an episode out of position and whatnot. But either way, these things do happen, and at the end of the day, you all got the same amount of episodes. But yes, I happened to only see that after the fact, so couldn't do too much about it. But either way, let's read our contract. So we've got to go ahead and retrieve the VIP and escape. One of our VIPs is in a Curitan facility on Lindsay. We need to get her off world, but the building is surrounded by Davian forces. You will sweep aside the opposition, recover our VIP, and transport her to the designated landing zone for extraction. Be prepared for opposition. The Davian units surrounding the embassy won't let you extract our personnel without a fight. Payment will be issued when you deliver our VIP alive and in one piece. Alright, well, the enemy has to be expecting an attempt to break their siege, so there will be significant resistance. I don't think that's necessarily the case, but, you know, we'll see how it goes nonetheless. Alright. Oh, and perfect timing on that loading. Alright. This should be a straightforward retrieval mission. Get in, acquire the VIP, and get back out again. The target you'll be recovering is a Curitan VIP. She's trapped in a building that's surrounded by Davian forces. You'll need to engage them to get her out. Once you have the VIP in hand, get her to the designated landing zone for extraction. Good hunting, Commander. Oliveria out. Alright.
Watch your heat levels in this climate.
Let's go, and we don't have much of a choice in the way of assaulting. Actually, we can't go up here. I don't think we're going to be able to move through that terrain there. That's a little steep. We're not going to be able to... I guess we could technically swing up through here, but that looks like a terrible angle. Alright, you know what? What we're going to do is... I think we're going to swing around. Yeah, follow the coast, then make our way up there. I think that's going to be our best chance. Alright, and I did forget the Black Knight does have a little bit of an issue there with movement, but we should be fine. Alright, let's go. Let's stay out of the toxic spores. Let's just move you up over here. And then... yeah, I guess that'll do. Alright, oh, enemy contact. Okay, what are we dealing with? It's a light mech. Alright then, I guess
Enemy detected.
that's nothing too bad for us. And let's see, what do we see? We have a commando. Yep, and another 20 and another 20. I don't know, flea and a locust probably. Let's go ahead and reserve. Just so everybody is together. We'll move. Oh, actually, we have a good angle here with our Black Knight. Oh, maybe we just move and shoot.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, we could get the Marauder up and running. Could possibly do that, though that's a pretty low percentage shot.
Skipper?
Cheese Goblin, you have jump jets, so that would be... Let's see, we could bring you up close. 60% isn't terrible. In fact, it's quite decent, but I think maybe we move up first. Yeah, we'll move up. We'll take cover. 55s and 60s. Oh no, 85s and 75s. You know what? That will suffice. Let's go ahead and zip on across. Yep, there is a fourth mech, but again, that's not too dangerous. We'll just see if we can minimize some of this evasion here.
Engaging target.
Alright, that looks like an SRM to the face. That is gonna hurt. How's it doing? Not particularly well, but could be worse. Alright, let's bring
Skipper?
Cheese Goblin up. Let's go... Where did I say? That's 60%. I think over here... Yeah, 70s and 75s. We've got a slightly better position. 70s. Now let's just move there. That should be sufficient for now. That's some very solid evasion. And then, yeah, we'll see if we can whittle him down a little. Alright, again, just trying to make this as good of a shot for Hawk as possible. Let's bring... Actually, I think what we'll do here is let's run the Marauder. I think we'll zip on up so we can get close. I'm not really concerned about what this guy can do, but I do want to be in good position for the next round. And so, yeah, there we go. We'll move up here. Those are 60s, 40s, 45s. Oh, wait, jump jets. Oh, no, we have one just for not getting caught on out. That's right. The odds aren't great, but we're firing enough. You know what? Let's give it a shot.
I'm rolling.
If we can take him out, we may as well see about it. I doubt it's going to be the case, but let's roll the dice.
Let's see what you got.
Yeah, know what? That wasn't bad.
Reporting. Critical hit.
That was quite a lot of heat, but we're doing alright. Almost took that mech out. Alright, let's see. What have we got here? Yeah, there we are. Little locust. Wait, is that a locust or is that a flea? No, that's a locust.
I'm wounded.
Oh, cheese goblin. That's not good. Alright, that's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Oh no, it is a flea. Yeah, there we are. Large laser. Locust is over there. Yep. The others, it is what it is. Let's bring... You know, let's save the Marauder for whoever's sitting back there with that extra tonnage. The Phoenix Hawk, we're still nice and chill, so let's go ahead and just be an absolute nuisance to whoever we wish. Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe we want to... Let's see if we can bring them closer. Oh, no, they're not moving. Okay, well then, I guess we'll go with what we've got. Let's get those jump jets up and running. Let's go... Oh, we could find a good position back here. So let's see. That would shoot them in the side. This would shoot him in the back. That's pretty decent. Yeah, I think that's decent enough. We can at least avoid all of the cover bonuses that that flea has. So yeah, we'll just shoot him in the back. That should be fine.
Yes, Commander. That's a kill.
Yeah, alright. And then what do we see back there? It's Javelin. Okay, cool.
Receiving you.
Yeah, not super concerning one way or the other. We're not going to have a whole heap to salvage, but again, the money was so
Yep.
insignificant. I doubt that we would have actually got anything worth noting. Let's move our Black Knight forwards. We've got some decent shots here on that commando. And I think we'll go ahead and go for the kill. Yeah.
I'm there.
So obviously that is way too much heat. We will drop that ERPPC. Yeah, you know what? That should be sufficient. We only need one of them to hit.
10-4.
The center torso at least. Alright, well that's fine. He's got a little bit of cover. That thing is... yeah, so very close to death. Let's see. We can sprint up over here, but again, we're not going to have range. I guess if we sprinted here, we would have some potential to shoot on the next turn. Yeah, I guess we could move here, which is one tile shorter, but we could obliterate whatever's in front of us. Let's see, maybe we go and move the assassin up instead, and we'll go... yeah, maybe we mix fire. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So we'll move on up. We'll do some multi-targeting. We'll go send the small lasers against the commando and the rest against the locust. Soften that up, take out some of its evasion.
Engaging multiple targets.
It's not a huge amount, but again, it should be more than what we need.
Hell yeah.
Alright.
Enemy mech destroyed.
And now we just have you. So let's move up over here, and you know what? Maybe we even go ahead and we drop off the AC-20 just so we don't have any issues capping
Location
on the next turn. Yeah, I think we've got some... actually, hang on a second. Let's just double check. What are our skills? No, never mind. It's not popping up. Yeah, let's just go ahead and fire. I think the large lasers should be enough. We could easily take out that torso, potentially take that out. Oh, in fact, yeah, that'll be fine.
Engage.
I'm not even that concerned about, yeah, I'm not concerned about what damage it can do. I'd rather save our resolve and make sure that everyone gets that extra accuracy bonus for being inspired.
Damage minimal.
Alright, and here comes the javelin, twin SRMs. Oh, that is actually in our back. But again, not much you can do. Let's bring...
Commander.
let's bring... oh, what have we got? 70s and 80s. Yeah, I think we go ahead and we
Yes,
clear
Commander.
out this locust first. Let's go... I don't know, the assassin first, I suppose? We're not really doing too good on the, you know what, maybe we just shoot. Yeah, you know what, we'll just shoot. That'll be fine.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Alright, so that's the locust cooked. Now all that we need is to bring, yeah, we can bring Rannoch up forwards. We still have that obfuscation. I thought it was because of the mech, but I guess not. Otherwise, yeah, 70s and 80s is actually the better choice to stay where we are. Well, if that's the case, let's maybe... Hawk still has a turn up his sleeve. You know what? Let's go ahead and reserve. And we're going to try and maximize our chances.
Confirmed.
So we'll move up a little bit. That should be sufficient.
You got it.
We'll target him, except we're only going to fire a single laser and cool right back down again. But we're going
got you.
to burn off some of that evasion. Just make the chance as probable as possible for Rannoch. So let's go for the precision strike. 95 across the board. That'll do. Aim for the head. If not, it's dead anyway.
Locked on target.
Alright, well that looked lethal.
Hostile eliminated.
Alright. Combat is over. Let's go. Let's start sprinting.
Confirmed.
Yeah, you know what? We'll move
Affirmative,
you over
Commander.
there. The assassin, we will keep moving on up. Yeah, that'll do. We'll go ahead and take some cover, pick up our target. Alright. hold position, and then recover our VIP.
The asset is in hand, Commander.
Alright, no one else to worry about. A very simple mission. That said though, you never know. They might have tried to throw a couple more lights at us. But I guess that's why we moved everyone else first, just to make sure we got as much cooling as possible. Alright, so 20,000 Z-bills. Kind of quite sad, but it's fine. The worst thing is the fact that Cheese Goblin got clipped. It's not ideal, but it is what it is. So let's go ahead and complete our Javelin, and you know what? I think we'll just go ahead and take all of this. Whatever else we get is fine, but that's going to be the best value for money. We almost got all of the mech salvage. Some SRMs, some jump jets, and SRM ammo. Okay, that was actually a respectable haul given the amount of money that was on offer. I am happy with that. Alright, so I guess we've got enough for another mission. That wasn't particularly long. I think we'll see about maybe... Yeah, we'll see about expending a little bit of experience for Hawk. We'll try and make sure that he's got that extra hit point, just in case injury does occur.
That mech is ready to fight, Commander.
Alright, we'll go ahead and we'll chuck those into storage. I'm sure we can sell them off at a later date. We'll go ahead and... There we go. We will see.
Orders.
Yeah, nothing to... Oh, 30 overheat threshold. You know what? That's very good. We'll pick that up.
Training complete.
Hawk, let's go ahead and get that extra health. And then... What do we want to aim for with you, my friend? We could go for... What do we want? Breaching shot could potentially be fun. We could also go for that initiative boost. We don't have anyone else with that. There's only Headhunter. Yeah, maybe we focus a little bit on tactics as well with you. That could be an alright build. But this will be very helpful with that extra point
complete.
In case
Yes,
you
boss.
get hit.
Awaiting orders.
Cheese Goblin, we can go ahead and boost up your overheat threshold as well.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Good to
And
go.
then I think that's about
by.
everything. Yeah, we are... I think we're fairly happy. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, we'll go for more guts or maybe more gunnery. Either way, we'll be fine. And then, of course, for myself, yeah, we do not have enough. So, let's go back to our contract. And we will pick up the... you know what? Pays alright. Salvages dodge. Yeah, let's go ahead and go for a quick battle in the jungle. That should be easy enough. Let's just go ahead and go for money. Federated Suns are paying us quite nicely. Extra 15% never goes astray. Salvage can be whatever. Let's go ahead and jump on in and get that done. We'll go ahead and, you know, let's just make this go a little bit quicker. I think we'll keep the Black Knight, or maybe we see about the Orion. But you know what? Maybe we swap out the Black Knight for the Orion. There we go. We'll go ahead and we'll do that. We'll go ahead and bring in our catapult as well for some indirect fire. And then, for kicks and giggles, the Hunchback. There we go. And that will get a nice little boost thanks to the jungle. So, we'll do all of that. And then who do we bring along? Let's say... indirect fire. Let's go big man. There we go. Multi-fire, breaching shot. Make the most of those LRM 20s I believe we have installed. It should be rather good. Okay, so we gotta go out and destroy some enemy units. In fact, we're mopping up. So after a recent skirmish with our forces, the surviving units of Atorian Lance escaped the battlefield. We believe they've managed to partially repair their mechs, and that means they're a loose end that the Federated Suns would like to see tied off permanently. Track down these survivors and finish them for good. Alright, a partial lance of damaged mechs doesn't sound too bad, Commander. If we're able to bring them down mostly intact, this could mean excellent salvage opportunities.
Command
Potentially.
interface initiated.
But with things on offer, I think this will be fine. Alright, so this is the last known position of the enemy Lance Commander. Advance, get eyes on them, see how badly damaged they really are. Good hunting, Commander. Olivaria out. Alright, so... where are we going? up over onto that hill. Alright, so let's bring our...
Ready to rock.
what do we
Yes,
want?
Commander.
You know, we've got some interesting positions. Let's go... We could just mosey on up over here. That's probably not a bad spot for our catapult. We can get you into cover on the next one. We'll move our marauder up. Maybe we'll try and station up over here. Yeah, so we'll avoid as much of the cover as possible. Alright, so what do we see? 50-ton mech back there. Let's bring our Orion up top and we'll see what we can do. And as for our hunchback, let's get that thing shuffling forwards. Alright, so what do we see? We have a 30-tonner coming our way, okay. And, you know what? Let's see what else. Alright, not too much
Standing
to
by.
choose from. Oh, and we've got some... We've already got a good shot here with our Marauder. Alright.
Order, Skipper.
The Orion, let's go... Let's go ahead and sprint. We'll get eyes on and see what we're dealing with. Alright, so our Hawk can scout for us. Oh!
Got an unknown on sensors.
Hello, hello. A 70-tonner? Oh, man. Darn. Maybe we could have got some good salvage. Alright, and they have a Hunchback 4P. They have a Spider. Alright, well...
Receiving you.
It is what it is. Alright, let's
Standing
bring...
by.
Let's bring our catapult over here. I think we'll maybe send a shot either way just to cut down on some of that evasion. Yeah, there's not much else that can really be benefited from. Actually, you know what? Let's just stick back as far as we can.
Location confirmed.
Not expecting much, but we may as well. Put one shot here, one shot there.
Target acquired.
Oops, and of course I didn't split my weapons. That was silly.
Solid connection on that one.
Alright, well I guess we're not going to go
What do you need?
putting some shots on target there. 45, 75s. Much of a muchness. Let's see. Our Hunchback here, we can only target the Spider. Well, we don't have much of a choice. We may as well get it done. Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and move on up. If we get the kill, we get the kill. If not, well, it's not... Yeah, we can do another Alpha Strike after this. We should be fine.
All weapons committed.
Alright, so a decent amount of damage. Oh, we tagged it as well. How
Enemy
pleasant.
net. Critical damage detected.
I forgot we put that thing on there. Yeah, so that thing should give us a nice little benefit to 20% more damage from ballistic and energy.
Aye, aye.
Alright, well then, let's just shuffle up here. That's pretty decent. Do we just go for the kills? Maybe just send in the lasers? Yeah, you know what? I think that's fair.
Confirmed.
We'll go ahead and we'll attack. We'll drop off that AC-20 for now. No point in building any heat with such low percentages. We're pretty good for the kill, I think.
Locked on target.
Yeah, there we have it.
I hope we can salvage that.
Alright. What do we see? Okay, plenty of shots on our Orion. Okay, and then...
Waiting for orders.
I guess we could go point blank range and just make that thing disappear. We've got the resolve. You know what? Why make things harder on ourselves? If they're going to use that for scouting and potential long range damage, I'd rather just make this guy disappear relatively swiftly. Alright, let's go for the face.
All weapons fired.
We did get a hit, but I think it was
Targets taking a critical
with our
hit.
small laser? Is that it? Wow, that's sad. Oh, I see our AC-20 hit that left torso pretty heartily. Alright, well, you know what? They want to play the game? We will do the same. Let's get our Hunchback to fight theirs. Alright, well, not much else can be done. 95s across the board. This is not going to be fun for him.
All weapons committed.
Oh, and we're the one to get the headshot. Well, I guess you roll enough dice,
Destroyed.
and you get a good result. How nice. Oh, and a warhammer. Yes. As I said the other day in our game, my buddy was the one with the warhammer, and yeah, did not do too good. Well, such is the nature of things for some people. All right, let's move on up. We'll shuffle over here. We'll do some indirect fire, cut down some of that evasion.
10-4.
He's not in the spore cloud, so he's not taking
Waiting for
extra
orders.
damage. And then up over here, 65s. Actually, hang on. Do we want to back on up? I feel like we probably could and or should. How's his heat generation? He's not going to be able to fire all those PPCs. That said, he could get close and... You know what? Let's just keep a little bit of distance here and, well, keep him upset, I think. Yeah, that'll be fine. Alright, so let's go ahead and take the
On
shot.
my way.
We'll just be a nuisance to him.
Firing.
Oh, actually, you know what would have been a wise idea? Probably should have signal jammed, sensor locked him. That would have been
Yes,
handy.
Commander.
Alright, but either way, we'll move on up. We've got enough for another precision strike. Do we risk him getting closer? Actually, you know what? Maybe we do. Let's go ahead and reserve and we'll give him the movement. No one else is really hurt. I think this is going to be perfectly acceptable. Alright, so a little bit of damage, but again, nothing too severe.
Reporting. Heavy damage.
It's only the one fellow, we'll be fine.
Standing by.
Alright, so where
Ready
was he?
for orders.
Sensor lock. That'll get rid of his evasion. That'll be fine. So let's just sensor lock him. That also means that he's going to have a
Gotta
very
lock.
hard time on the next turn if for some reason, by some miracle, he does live. We can get close. He does have those cover bonuses,
On my
unfortunately.
way.
Oh, I actually should have tried to tag him first. Well, you know what? It is the nature of things.
Engaging with target.
It's not like we get to guarantee that we're going to take this thing home anyways, so we may as well, yeah.
Target's taking a critical hit.
Yeah, as much as I'd love to try and kill the meat and save the metal, I doubt that that is going to be a highly likely scenario. Alright, so, yeah, let's move on up.
I got you.
We'll take some shots. That should be fine. Alright, so he's feeling fairly impaired. We'll bring... you know what? Maybe we just go ahead and shuffle up. I know we don't have the heat for this, so we're not going to do that, but we will go ahead and maybe leave that tag on there. And then... Do we just leave the rest? That way we can get a full alpha on the next one? Yeah, maybe, oh, you know what? Maybe we go ahead and... I can't remember how much heat we have, but you know what? That should definitely be enough for an alpha strike. So... I think that should be fine. Actually, maybe we just go for a regular medium laser just so we... Yeah, that'll be fine.
Engaging target.
Alright, so I think we missed with the tag. That's a little unfortunate, but we can get closer and deal with that again this turn. So let's let us go ahead and move on up. 80% on that tag should be fine. As I said, we're going to try and salvage as much as we can just so we could get a couple of parts from this. Go ahead and fire the tag. There we go. Breaching shot. We've done 1 damage. Wahoo. Alright.
What do you need?
Ranek, point blank, please and thank you. Everything's got a nice little buff.
Heading out.
Oh wait, we don't have the resolve. Never mind. That was a fantastic idea until I
All
miscalculated.
weapons are go.
We're just gonna kill. That is very upsetting to me. We could have just...
I think I hit something
well.
good. Yep.
Could have done better,
Receiving you.
could have done worse. Let's just move
I
on up.
copy.
And there we go. We'll fire everything.
Roger.
Yeah, there we have it. Alright, well,
Hostile removed.
it is what it is. That's all the survivors destroyed, Commander. Well done. Yeah.
Mission successful.
Well, you know what? That is a pity. We technically should have played it better. At the same time, we don't have the salvage set, so it's not the be-all and end-all. Again, the only reason why I wanted to get that headshot is because it made it more likely that we would get a piece of the Warhammer. But unfortunately, it was not meant to be. Ah, well, it's fine. We've got heavier mechs anyway. Alright, so, with all of that done, I think, yeah, we'll double check and see how the experience gain is going for everybody. And then I think that will leave us with maybe 2 more quick missions in the next episode, and then we can travel on further. Yeah, I think that's how we're going to do it. We won't do, we won't do anything too crazy in the length of these episodes. So we'll go ahead and, double check the XP. We'll go... Yeah, we'll leave that.
Good to go.
Got that.
Waiting for confirmed.
Hawk, yes. Let's go ahead and we'll pick up that sensor lock as well. I think we'll definitely try and go for that initiative, so that would be very handy. Also, that minimum range reduction is handy. And then... No, we don't get much else there, so let's just go ahead and confirm that. This will be rather nice, especially if he gets into that position like he did last time. We can go ahead and ping a target if necessary.
Standing.
And
Received orders? Yes, Commander.
yeah, that'll be all. Okay, cool. So that's where we'll leave things for now. We don't really need to do too much. Yeah, everything's coming along nicely. Still got more time for the next upgrade as well. I will double check the store though. We might potentially want to purchase something, but I doubt it. Could partially purchase a Zeus. That would be nice. I don't mind a Zeus. You're fine. Enforcers, Jaeger mechs. A Jaeger mech. Oh no, it's a rifleman. Never mind. I was, yeah, there we go. The rifleman could be fun at some point, just because they have that extra line of sight and all that, but I don't think we're going to bother. Heat bank, again, is, yeah, the overheat maximum and the threshold. It's really not worth the weight that it has. I'd rather have a heat sink. And unless it was much, much better, I don't think there's any reason to change things. And then, yeah, we don't need any of the ammo. So that is where we're going to call things for today. We'll come back with the last contracts. I think there's only one here that we need because... Oh, that's right. Supply lines is against pirates. So we'll come back with the letters of marque and then we will... yeah, we'll fly off to the next location. So if you do want to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.